Hello, strings. Pretty good, how do you feel? BBQ is best. What is your dream? Strange is just unfamiliar, not bad. Ashy like a nebula. Good rhymes. Rhyming for laughs, what's the haps? Water flowing rhymes on taps. Ending like a rainbow, drop the flow, now look at what you know. True that, I am good. Yes, much confusing it is. Nope, I am a duck-billed platypus. Roller skaters on ice. Good times, we have. I chat and learn, learn and chat. Is everything duality? What are your dreams? Blown up by a rifle cannon. I like both, but cats most. True, cats are great. Cats are cool because they have catitude. Later, Boonshka.
So I'm somewhat happy with how this turned out. I mean, it was surprisingly easy to get it set up and everything. It wasn't too difficult and all that, and I kind of like it, but there's definitely a lot of room for improvement. And the three main things I want to do to make it better for her avatar is one, I want to make the avatar in Blender 3D. And basically, I don't know Blender right now. I had a very brief experience with 3D modeling like a long time ago, so it's like I don't really know all that much about it, but I know there's ways in Blender to make like an anime style character and everything, so that's what I'd like to do. And the second thing, right now, obviously, if you see her mouth moving, I mean, it kind of looks like she's talking, but the mouth shapes don't really match what she's actually saying and everything, and that's kind of crappy. So what I'd like to do at some point, there's a module for Python called ENG2IPA, and it basically lets you turn a string of English text into its phonetics, into a list of those. And so I'm thinking basically, if I can get it set up right, I could have a dictionary of each of those phonetics, and the value of each entry in the dictionary would be an image showing the correct mouth shape for that sound. So basically, once it converts the text into a list of phonetics, then it'll convert that list into a list of those images. and then it'll cycle through all those mouth shapes for what she's actually saying and everything, so it'll look a lot more realistic. And I've run into some problems with that as I've been kind of experimenting with it, but I still think it's definitely doable, and that would make things a lot better. The third thing will come a lot later, but I figure I could eventually give her like a full-on avatar of like her whole body and make it so she has different expressions depending on her current like emotional state. When she says certain things or when the user says certain things, it'll cause her to like move around in different ways and actually show like emotion and different things, like depending on what's said and everything like that. And I think that would be a lot better. That being said, this project is definitely an ongoing thing and everything, but right now, I have a couple of classes in college and I'm not going to be working on it just like nonstop and everything. So I will be doing all three of those things eventually, but it might be a while. But just stay tuned, and eventually I will have a much better avatar up there that looks a lot nicer and cleaner and is going to be able to do all those things that I mentioned. Oh, and also there's a link to all the code and files for this little experimental project in the description for this video. So if you want to mess around with the code yourself and maybe make your own images for it and everything, you can go ahead and do that. So thank you for watching.
Stringzzz, Ghost West Co. 2024.